Hey folks, Tom here from Whistle Thicket. We're on the farm today. It is a hot one, almost 80 degrees, maybe a little bit hotter for April. That's pretty darn hot. But I know a lot of people out there are always looking for ways to make money on their homestead, their farm. I'm the same way. I enjoy my farm, but hey, if I can make a little money, I'm all about it. And I enjoy doing what I do. The main way I make extra money on my farm is through beekeeping. My wife makes money as a horse trainer and training horses. I'm more passionate about the beekeeping, but I'm also passionate and interested about native plants, and I still got a lot to learn. But this year at farmers markets, I'm not only going to be selling honey, wax candles, some other bee products. I'm also doing a little bit of woodworking I've worked on over the winter. Some puzzles for kids, some toys for kids. And I'm also going to sell some native plants from my property that I've been a steward of the last decade. And I'm going to hopefully help increase the awareness of native plants without, of course, ruining my native plant ecosystem. I'm only taking about 10% of my native plants that I find for certain species. And I'm also growing native plants. The first one I'm doing, and my goal is to make $500 on this plant this year with really not even doing too much work. And it's right here, elderberry. Check it out. Now, elderberry is a very easy to propagate plant. And after I go through this with you, I'm probably going to go propagate another batch. Super, super simple, easy. I'm going to hopefully show you that process as well in this video. But basically, I have native elderberry all over my farm that I've been raising the last 10 years, transplanting to different places, propagating it for myself, learning about it. And now I'm ready to make a little bit of money. I can sell these, honestly, all day long, I think, for $8, $10. I've seen people sell these 1-year shoots for up to $20. I'm not trying to get rich. I'm trying to make a little bit of money and spread some native plants. So I'm probably going to sell these only for $8, maybe $10, depending on where I'm selling them. But the farmer market I do is a local place, local families mainly. I'm not trying to overcharge my neighbors here. So basically, these are potted up, and the next 2 months they're going to be growing roots, and I won't be selling these till June. So it's April. I propagated them about a month ago, and I had them really in the last 3 or 4 weeks just in mason jars. And it's a very, very simple process. So let me show you what I've done so far. It really is a very, very simple process to propagate elderberry. Of course, you gotta have elderberry on your property, and actually cutting them back actually helps with new growth and actually helps with the health of your elderberry or your elder plants. A lot of people just say elderberry, but technically I guess it's called the elder bush or the elder tree. But the elderberry plant, like I said, super easy to propagate. You just take second-year cuttings, and you want to make sure you have several nodes on it. The bottom node, the lowest node, you cut at an angle right below the node. And I like to have 2 or 3 nodes. And then what you do, you just stick them in a mason jar. I had this filled with probably 20 of these. Most of them have leaves on them. And some of them have grown these nice little roots here. So I'm just going to put these in their pots here. I probably have 40 or 50 right now. I don't really know. I haven't counted. I may make a second batch here, and I have some second-year plants that I may dig up and sell those for a little bit more just because they're not in the right place right now. They're in our horse pasture, and they shouldn't be in the horse pasture. So let's go ahead and pot these up. So like I was saying earlier, it's okay to kind of jam it down there, and that's why you got this at an angle, because it kind of digs a bit. you want to have, your roots should be kind of starting in the middle, not the top or the bottom, but just give them some room to grow. And even if you don't see roots yet, there's some people that use rooting compound. I do on certain other plants, but with elderberry, you almost never have to. It is just that easy to propagate. Right now I got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. I got about 16 elderberry plants right now, with another probably 10 or 12 to plant here. Okay, my soil is 100% from the farm. Mainly 2-year-old composted horse manure mixed in with a little bit of sand for aeration. But great soil. I've been using it for years in my garden. I think these elderberries will do great with it. I'm gonna do a deep watering, and then we're gonna head up and dig some elderberries, and I'll show you how to start propagating today. Okay, it is 7:30 at night now. It was hot, so we went inside for part of the day. But I'm in our back pasture, which needs some work. It's pretty woody. But what you may or may not notice is right here is a patch of elderberry bushes. There's probably actually 12 or more bushes here, and I'm gonna dig them up. This is just another way for me to make a little money. I got elderberry all over my property, and this is a place where I really don't want it because we're trying to make this grass eventually. Now, it looks pretty weedy, as you can see. We still got a lot of work to do. This area here, where I'm standing actually, used to be about a ½ acre of trees here, and there's still a few trees left that we probably should have taken down. But 10 years ago, I thought it'd be great to have some shade trees and stuff, and they really didn't work out. But let's go ahead and dig up some elderberry. So I transplanted some of these elderberries from the root cuttings. These have like 8-inch roots attached to them. They may look a little droopy right at the moment, but I'm gonna fill them up with some more good composted soil. And I gotta keep these alive for almost 2 months before I'm gonna sell them. So hopefully they'll make it. I will definitely give an update on how my elderberry looks in the next month or so. I also cut some of these canes here. Even though these have already leafed out, I'm gonna go ahead and make a few more, I guess, elderberry starters here. Like I said, as long as you have at least 2 nodes, one at the bottom, one at the top, you can make your cuttings. Then I also have some more root cuttings right here. Even if these new canes die back, I think the root is big enough and strong enough that it's gonna rebound, and I'm gonna have more elderberry. So I have a patch up there. I have some that I mowed and our goats ate, which actually that helps the elderberry. They bounce back even stronger after they're mowed, if you want to know the truth. Then I got a patch up front, a patch over there. Here's an elderberry right here. So I got plenty. I got too much for myself, I'll tell you that. So I'm really hoping that I can make $500 selling elderberry. For that to happen, I need 50 pots to sell. So I'm going to give you an update. Again, it's going to be about 2 months before I start selling these. But elderberry is a great, easy native plant to propagate. I'm going to be selling some other natives hopefully this year. Mayapple, maybe some golden seal. I'll just see how my plots are doing. It's just another great, not excuse, but great reason to get in the woods and enjoy yourself. So if you got any questions, if you do any propagating, or if you sell any native plants and got any advice, or if you got a plant you like to sell, I'd love to hear about it.